Today I'll show you how to use Mixamo animations on VRoid models in Unity without losing the shader and physics component from the UniVRM plugin. This tutorial is part 2 of my previous tutorial, so I highly recommend you watch the previous one first. Special thanks to Shieko for showing me a faster way to apply Mixamo animations. As usual, subtitles are available, so just click on the CC button on the YouTube player. Let's get to it! On Mixamo, we can only upload FBX files. So first, we need to export this VRoid prefab as an FBX file. To do that, we have to install a plugin called FBX Exporter. On the top side of the screen, go to the Window tab, select Package Manager, then on this drop-down menu, we want to select Unity Registry. On the search box, type in FBX to find the right plugin. Click Install and wait for the installation to be completed. If the installation is successful, we will see this button has turned into the Remove button. Let's close this window. Now on our hierarchy window, right-click on our VRoid model, select on Export to FBX, a new window will open. Click Export, and you'll see a new file in the project window. Let's open our browser and go to the Mixamo website. If it's your first time here, we will need to create a new account, or you could just log in using Google, Facebook, or Apple account. To upload our character, we need to click Upload Character and drag in the FBX file. You will notice that our character appears white because the texture is missing. But that's okay, because we only need the animation, not the model itself. So now we arrive at the fun part. There are more than 3,000 animations in Mixamo, so go ahead and pick one. We can search a specific animation by typing inside this search box. For now, we're going to use this dancing animation. Once we pick an animation, we can see that our model is now moving exactly like the animation we choose. We could modify the animation slightly by playing with these sliders. Each animation has their own sets of sliders, so feel free to play around. Once we're ready, we're going to click on the Download button. We're going to change the format to FBX for Unity, and then click Download. Our browser will download a new FBX file, so we're going to move it back to Unity. In Unity, let's create a new folder for animations. Then let's move the file we got from Mixamo into the project window by dragging it into the animation folder. Click on the Mixamo file to open it up in the inspector. Click on Rig, and we're going to change the animation type to humanoid, and click Apply. Now, click on the triangle next to the Mixamo model to open up its content. Click on the second bottommost file with the animation name, and then on your keyboard, press Ctrl D. This will duplicate the animation into a separate file from the model. Click on this new file to open it in the inspector. Before we proceed further, we have to understand the concept of root motion in Unity. Root motion is a tool that allows the animation to control how an object moves between places and rotation. Here we have a demonstration from the official Unity tutorial. This is an object without root motion, and this is an object with root motion. The difference is that in the first clip, the object's starting position was locked to one starting point, while in the second, the object's starting position was determined by its current position. In other words, the first clip's position is locked in an absolute position, while the second clip's position is based on a relative position. Back to Unity, these root transform settings in the inspector control how Unity manages this root motion's rotation and position. If we enable Bake into Pose, the root motion will be active on that movement type. We can also choose where we set the root point to calculate the relative position, and to set an offset in case the animation is slightly floating or shifted to the left or right. Each animation has a different root transform settings, so if your animation moves weirdly, like this, play around with the settings to fix it. In this particular animation, we're going to activate all of them and set the root transform position Y to be based upon the feet position. Next, to preview our animation, we'll first need to add an animator component. If we click on our model, UniVRM has already added an animator component, so we just need to enable the Apply Root Motion option. Now let's create a new animator controller on our project window by right-clicking the animation folder, choose Create, click on the animator controller, rename it to just Animator Controller, and press Enter. Let's click on our model in the hierarchy window and drag the new animator file we've just created to the animator controller component. On the top side of the screen, click on Window, Animation, Animator. A new animator window will open. Feel free to move this window by dragging it to another location. Let's drag our new animation file in the animation folder to this animator window. Now let's click on the play button and see that our animation is moving. Awesome! Oh, and if you want your animation to loop endlessly, you can click on the new animation file and check on this loop time option. So there we go! If this video helps you, then don't forget to like the video. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to add expressions and visual effects into your Mixamo model. So, if you want to see that video, consider subscribing and ring the bell so you'll be notified when that video goes up. In the meantime, you can check out my other channel where I play various indie games and see my face without a robotic voice. And with that, I think I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.